Hey guys, Taylor here. For those of you that are new here or you don't know me, my name is Taylor Kirk. I am a physical therapist by trade, and I left clinical practice to help other physical therapy practices grow through content marketing services, specifically helping pelvic health practices create stellar content that speaks to their ideal client so that they can get more patients coming through their doors. So today, during this video, I really want to talk about the importance of having a niche when either starting your practice or bettering your practice if you're struggling to generate new leads and find patients. And these niche edits may be something that your practice needs to improve the success that it's experiencing. So first, let's just kind of dive into what exactly a niche is. So a niche is basically a specialized service that you provide within your field. So some different examples of a niche could include a physical therapist that helps CrossFit athletes, a physical therapist that helps runners, or a physical therapist that specializes in pregnant and postpartum women. So essentially, your niche should embody what it is that you do, who it is that you help, and the problems that you solve, and there really should be no question about it. It should be very specific. So over my time of working with different practices, some mistakes that I've seen other practice owners make, or these are practice owners that want to help everyone, and so they really don't have a niche. In a way, I get it. Like logically, I understand the thought process. The more spread of individuals that you say that you can help, in theory, it would make sense that more individuals are going to want to work with you. But it's actually quite the opposite. So often these generalized practice owners struggle to book clients. And this is because first, the PT doesn't know exactly who it is that they help because they help everyone. So they then have a shaky marketing message when it comes to trying to obtain new clients. And thus prospective clients aren't really sure if that PT is right for them in the first place. And then they don't buy the thing or the service. I completely understand. I want to walk through some of the things that I feel like why niching down seems scary. Because in a way, yeah, you are pigeonholing yourself to a specific client type and a specific problem that you're solving. In a way, this may feel the opposite of what you should do or need to do in order to get more clients, but I promise that it's not. If you really think about it, there are so many practice owners out there. And they say that their service is the best, or they say that this is why they stand out. And it can be really overwhelming for the consumer or potential patient to navigate through all of this information and feel confident in selecting a physical therapist they want to work with. And so when they feel overwhelmed, or they're not sure who to work with, or if somebody's right for them, they end up taking no action at all, which results in no money for you as the practice owner. So this is why niching down is so important. And making the edits now will help you just in the long run. So let's kind of talk about how to identify your niche. First, you need to obviously know what you are. Are you a physical therapist? Are you an occupational therapist, a chiropractor, a speech therapist? What it is that you provide. So what are you licensed in? So great, you know what you are, you know what you provide. Now think about what you're passionate about, what drives you, what gets you excited about getting up every single day to help people. And what was your vision when starting your own practice? Like, why did you end up deciding to go out on your own to help people on your own? Why did you start your practice? And who do you love helping? And some examples of this could be helping individuals who are runners, who are dancers, who are MMA fighters, stay-at-home moms, outdoor recreational athletes, violinists. The list is really endless. You can have a niche specialty in whatever you want. The important thing is that when you're niching down, that you pick something that you're actually passionate about. You're building your brand, your practice, your marketing message, and your credibility all on this niche. So you want to love it. And you want to be excited about it. You don't want to pick something that you feel like is what the world wants you to pick. You want to pick something that you actually love doing and the people that you actually love helping. And I think it's also important to mention that when you niche down, you're not stuck forever with this niche. Your niche can definitely morph over time. And so some examples of this would be, maybe you start with providing physical therapy service to stay-at-home moms. But then after working with stay-at-home moms for a little while, you start to notice that there's a specific need for stay-at-home moms within the first 6 months postpartum. And so your niche can become more specialized. And when this happens, you just adapt your offer and your marketing message and target the population of stay-at-home moms within 6 months postpartum. Or maybe you provide physical therapy services for MMA fighters. You start to notice that these MMA fighters have a recurrent problem, like knee pain. You decide that you're going to specialize in helping MMA fighters combat and prevent knee pain. So then you once again adapt your marketing message, adapt your offer to target MMA fighters who have knee pain or want to prevent knee injury. And niching down even more once you determine your initial niche isn't necessary all the time, but it could help you in your success in your practice. It goes back to a prospective client being able to identify exactly what it is that you do and who it is that you help and whether or not you're right for them. And this needs to be identifiable quickly. And this is because we live in a time of instant gratification. And if somebody looks at your Instagram profile or your website for your business and they don't immediately know what it is that you do and who it is that you help, they're not going to feel confident purchasing services from you, and they're probably going to move on just because they don't have that immediate connection of like, oh, this physical therapist can help me with the problem that I have. Moving on to your target audience. Once you identify your niche, your target audience is pretty straightforward to identify. Think about the people that you want to help and the problem that you solve. So for example, I help stay-at-home moms who are 6 months postpartum return to exercise without pain or leakage. Or I help CrossFit athletes get rid of shoulder pain and improve their snatch PR. Or I help outdoor recreational athletes thrive on their hikes without the need for surgeries or pain meds. When developing your target audience or when identifying your target audience, ask yourself who it is that you're trying to help, what problem that you're trying to solve, and what solution can you offer for this problem. When you do this, you've got your target audience, and now you have your unique selling point. I'm sure you're wondering, okay, got my niche, my target audience, my unique selling point. Great. What do I do now? So once you've identified these things, you need to give your practice a facelift, especially the online portion of what your practice is. So update your website, your social media, your LinkedIn, clearly showcasing your niche and who it is that you help and the problem that you solve. Make it absolutely clear so this is easily identifiable immediately. And then you can develop your offer. So to do this, think about, once again, the problem you solve, how you solve it, and for who that you solve it for. Add this offer to your website, post it on your social media, tell your family and friends about it. The important thing is that when you develop this offer, you're developing this service specifically for your target audience and the problem that you solve. And then you want to start thinking about your marketing message. To do this, you want to create content that's centered around your target audience, your niche, and your offer. Put out content that answers questions that your ideal client would have, as well as provide solutions to their potential problems. You want your content to be personal to you and your personality, and you want your content to help potential consumers grow to know, like, and trust you, all while revolving around your niche, your unique selling point, who you help, and what problem you solve. So once again, when you're making these niche edits, you're doing this because you want to build your brand, build your practice, and build your credibility, and ultimately help more patients by making these niche edits. So the good news, whether or not you're a new practice owner or you've been in practice for a little bit, but you haven't gained much traction, this process and making these edits to your specific niche, it can be done at any time. It's never too late to better yourself and better your business. And after all, being a business owner is a process of growth, both personally and professionally. And so I know that it can be hard to take the leap. I know that niching down can seem scary. But if you're looking to grow your practice and help more patients, you have to know who you're helping and what problem you solve. And it may seem backward, but you'll help a lot more people by making it clear you only help these certain kind of people with this certain type of problem. So I really hope that this information has been helpful for those of you that are watching. I encourage you to take some time, assess your own practice, and think about where you're at now. Do you have a niche? Do you have a unique selling point? Are you treating who you want to be treating? Or are you treating half the number of patients or less that you want to be treating, solving problems that you're not passionate about? Making these niche edits may be a good place to start if you're having these problems. And if you're stuck or you're feeling overwhelmed, get in touch with me. I'd love to meet you and help guide you in the right direction, whether it be niching down, developing a solid marketing message, or creating content that speaks to your ideal client. I'll include a link to my website below and the link to book a free discovery call if you'd like us to set up a time to chat with me. And if you'd like to stay up to date with all the latest content that I put out, follow me on Instagram. My handle is @thepelvicmarketer, or you can follow me on Facebook. Just search The Pelvic Marketer and I should pop up. But yeah, so I hope this has been helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to talk soon.